Alright guys, I'm back for the news, and before I get into today's news, the last episode for the Halo TV series just aired the other day. I haven't watched it yet. I'm actually looking forward to not watching it, to be honest with you, because honestly I think the Halo series kind of was a bit of a catastrophe, personally speaking. I think everybody's probably got their own negative opinions on that. I personally don't like that it breaks away from the world, although it's in another universe, but beside the point. Just the way that they presented it, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I'm actually looking forward to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series more coming up. I see promos on that all the freaking time, on ads and stuff for it. I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think on that, but with that out of the way, let's see what we got going on here today. Or within the last week or so, because I haven't really been uploading. NBC reportedly offered to merge with EA. NBC Universal reportedly almost merged with the Electronic Arts as a Comcast. CEO Brian Roberts apparently approached EA CEO Andrew Wilson with a proposal to combine the entertainment media company with the gaming giant. And you're going to see this a lot, guys. I've been seeing a lot more acquisitions within the last couple years. It's not really that surprising that EA tried to sell itself and failed. There's actually an article come up here I'm going to show you guys. Same thing. EA reporting to sell itself or merge. So they're looking for a buyer, it looks like. The video game market is consolidating like never before, and Electronic Arts is scrambling like everyone else, like Battlefield and FIFA Maker recently. Yeah, especially after they failed with their current property, the Battlefield. They've just been doing terrible with Battlefield in the last couple years. A merger with the NBC Universal and also held potential acquisition talks with Disney, Apple, and other companies, according to a new report by Puck. While deal isn't currently in the works, it doesn't sound like EA plans to give up anytime soon. In recent years, as media companies have taken greater interest in the rapidly growing gaming industry, Wilson and Electronic Arts have held talks with a number of different potential suitors, including Disney, Apple, and Amazon. Sources with knowledge of these talks told me that wrote Puck's veteran media reporter Dylan Byers. Several sources familiar with these talks say EA has been persistent in pursuing a sale and has only grown more emboldened in the wake of Microsoft Activision deal. Others say that EA is primarily interested in a merger arrangement that would allow Wilson to remain as chief executive of the combined company. I don't know. I think the executives are the problem at EA because they're constantly pushing for profit. So hopefully one of these companies takes them over and hopefully makes them way better than they are right now, because honestly, EA is failing because they're EA. They're just too for profit. Let's put microtransactions in anything. The best thing that could possibly happen with this company is that they get rid of anybody at the top that's causing the issues that the company's having. So I don't know, that last statement there, yeah, good luck there, bud. You're the problem. Anyways, so on to the next article. TikTok is already testing games as part of its service. Never thought I'd see that day happen. It has plans to make a bigger push into the gaming world. Okay. As part of the ongoing trend of streaming platforms like Netflix adding games to their service, by the way, they're getting into live streaming. I think I mentioned that in the previous video. TikTok is now planning a push into the gaming world. According to a report by Reuters, TikTok is currently testing the addition of minigames to its app state, starting with a pilot period in Vietnam. Anonymous sources told Reuters that the platform plans to expand its test to the other areas in Southeast Asia in the third quarter. Additionally, they claimed that TikTok's plans for gaming will eventually expand beyond minigames, signaling a new era for the video sharing app. I don't know. So they're getting into gaming too, from the sounds of it. Everybody's getting into gaming. I feel like they're making gaming mediocre while doing it, to be honest with you, because honestly, some of these modern day games are kind of not hitting where it feels, get me to want to play them, to be honest with you. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think on that. That's just the odd duck feeling I'm getting with a lot of these newer titles that come out. Square Enix to make Final Fantasy VII announcement next month to celebrate anniversary. Maybe more on Remake Part 2, which I think everybody's waiting for that. I have the game, I haven't even started playing it yet, but I can see how people be waiting for that. They said they were gonna remake the game, different parts of the game in parts over time. Final Fantasy VII Remake director Tetsuya Nomura had said Square Enix will be making various announcements next week regarding the original game's 25th anniversary. Is reported by RPG site Nomura tested the announcement on a live stream for Final Fantasy VII spin-off. The first soldier saying that the Square Enix would be celebrating the original game's 25th anniversary. Next month, we're planning to publish information related to the 7's 25th anniversary, he said. I wonder how much I'm allowed to share about it. Next month, we will publish various things. Okay. Final Fantasy VII turned 25 years old in January this year. Sorry about that, guys. The anniversary of its original Japanese release, its Western 25th anniversary, is still upcoming. The original game launched in the States on September 7th, 1997. That makes me feel old. I'm 26 right now. And in Europe on November 17th. Remake Part 2 entered full development in July 2020, and original Final Fantasy director Yoshinori Kitase, I think I pronounced that correctly, but I probably butchered that, said earlier this year that the development team would like to announce the game in 2022 if possible. Nintendo is the latest target is Saudi Arabia's gaming investments. So Saudi Arabia is buying Nintendo stock from the sounds of it. Country's investment funds buy 5% stake for nearly $3 billion. I was going to say yen almost. Whoops. Saudi Arabia now owns 5.01% of Nintendo, making it the Kyoto company's 5th largest shareholder, according to a Bloomberg report. The Financial Times calculated the Saudi Arabia investment to be worth $2.98 billion. The purchase was made by the Public Investment Fund, a sovereign wealth fund that makes investments on behalf of the kingdom. The PIF is controlled by Saudi Arabia's controversial crown prince and effective ruler Mohammed bin Salman. I think they own stock in Twitter too, I could be wrong. A Nintendo spokesperson told Bloomberg that it has learned about the investment from news reports and would not comment further. This is just the latest and most high-profile and largest in a series of investments made by Saudi Arabia's PIF in the video game industries, which had a particular focus on Japanese firms due in part to the weak yen. Earlier this year, it acquired 5% stakes in Capcom Nexon, which in South Korea, but trades on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. In late 2020, PIF made a $3 billion investment in smaller stakes in American games publishing giants EA, Activision, Blizzard, and Take-Two. A subsidiary of the Crown Princess Foundation also owns almost all of Metal Slug and the King of Fighters development, SNK. And if you guys don't know, they may be making, they mentioned the weak yen. If you guys didn't know, the United States isn't the only currency on the global stage with a lot of clout. It's just the largest one. There's actual other currencies that are actually really well traded across the globe, like the Japanese yen being one of them. I think they're number 2 or 3 below the dollar. So their yen is weak right now. So I can see why they would do that, because they're expecting the yen to go up further in the future. So it makes sense to make an investment right now in Japanese companies and stuff like that. That's just my personal take on that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Pokemon Home now compatible with the Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. So they already have this compatibility. Like there was some delays in other states and stuff like that. I believe I was watching Austin John earlier, and he said it took him 18 hours to get it up to date, up and running in New Jersey. He said he lives in, so it's not really that surprising. You know, there's always going to be variances based on your time zone, but it should be up across the board at this point, I would imagine. It's working on mine, so if you guys are still playing recent Pokemon games, there you go. Home's available for these compatibility for Arceus and DP. So I don't know. I'm just loosely going over that. Any news I don't get here, I'll post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.